Check out this pocket router. I bought it because of its size and power requirements. It's called a GL-iNet. On the front it says power 2G, 5G. On the back it says 750M gigabit travel router. Input 5 volts, 2 amperes. IP 192.168.8.1 has the MAC address. The QR code, presumably to get a manual or maybe to go to setup. The size is really nice. Here it is on my keyboard. 3 Ethernet ports on the back. One looks different than the other. Has maybe like a world icon, and then the others have arrows, a USB micro. So hopefully I can power this with an external power supply. Now here's my huge external power supply. This one's a jump starter for the car. It's the one that I grabbed for the video, but it has an output of 5 volts, 2.1 amperes. It did come with a AC adapter. I'm going to try to use this external power supply, because there's cases where I want to use this where I don't have an AC power supply, or I don't want to bother with an AC power supply. There with the power supply on, it just says power. This one says 2G and this one says 5G. I think that probably stands for 2 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz, 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz. Let's try to connect to this to configure it. So we go to 192.168.8.1. In the meantime, the lights came on for 2G and 5G. They weren't on. Maybe it just... The key is on the back, so I'll type that in. 192.168.8.1, I believe, is what it was. Internet cable. No cable detected in WAN. Please plug in an internet cable using as WAN. Change. I could use the WAN port as a LAN port. On the back there was one of the ports that looked different. It has kind of a globe icon on it, so that must be the WAN port. I'm not going to change that. I don't intend to use this for Ethernet anyways. Repeater stop is disabled, not configured. Set up now. Scan. I'm not really repeating any other access point, so I'm not going to do that. 3G, 4G modem. No modem device found. Plug in your USB modem to start. So the USB port on the back can be used if you have a USB modem. Tethering. No tethering device found. Plug in your smartphone or USB modem to start. So presumably if you have an Ethernet or if you have a USB cable, you can plug it in from your phone, like your USB-C port on your phone, to this little pocket router. Wireless. No internet connection. Find new networks to reconnect. I don't intend to use this to connect to the internet, so in my case I don't really care about that. 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Key is, I believe, written on the back of the device. Looks like you can change all this probably by doing modify here. Transmit power max. Modify. Now we can change everything. WPA pre-shared key. I could change the Wi-Fi key, which is on the back of the device. SSID visibility, Wi-Fi mode, bandwidth, channel, clients. So I'm connected from my laptop. Upgrade. Oh, the firmware, possibly. Online upgrade. Online upgrade. Firewall, port forwards, open ports on router. Okay, I can set up a VPN here. Applications, plugins, BusyBox, captive portal, more settings. LAN IP. So this is 192.168.8.1. I could change that to something else. It'll start giving out IPs at 8.100. Make sure that particular clients get a particular IP address by putting their MAC and IP here. MAC clone is useful when you connect to a public hotspot, but you do not want the server to check your real MAC address or limit your internet connections based on your MAC address. E.g., if you get your smartphone registered on the network, you can clone your smartphone's MAC address to the router so that the router can also connect. So we pretend like we're a different device. This GL-iNet can pretend like it's a different device in the MAC address. I'm interested in the range of this with no obstructions. So I'm going to carry this outside and walk with this. One thing is kind of cool. Right now I am totally without AC. My laptop, the battery connection, and of course this pocket router is running off of a standard power supply. While connected to the 2.4 gigahertz, I was able to walk a good 50-60 feet at least without noticeably falling off of the connection to the GL-iNet.